Hi, Google Chrome plugins are some of the most amazing tools that you can use because they make your life more efficient, easier, and oftentimes give you access to data and information you simply cannot get anyplace else. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now 24 Chrome extensions that real live digital marketers use all the time. Now, there are a whole bunch of them out there, and it's important to recognize what a plugin is, what an extension is, and how it works. So what is a Chrome extension? It's a program within Chrome that does something that Chrome alone doesn't do. It's usually free, oftentimes with a paid premium option that goes on top of that. They set up in your top bar of your browser, off to the right of the URL bar. I'll show you that in just a second. And the way you find them is you Google the name of it and then the word extension. So that's it. So let me go and let me start showing you some of those browser extensions so that you can start using them yourself. So first one I'm going to introduce you to is called Toby. So Toby is a very cool tool that allows you to put your most URLs on a page so they're easy for you to load, and you can load in groups. So let me just jump over here to my other screen. All right. So here we go. So let me just show. So this is Toby right now. Its little icon looks like this. So this is where up here at the look up at the very top. So I have my URL bar, and then to the right of that we have the little extension icon there. So Toby, anytime I add a new page, it actually adds a Toby page. Okay, a new tab. And so what I have here is I have all these different areas that come down with the different things that I use all the time. So when I want to open up my browser in the first place, sometimes the pinned browser things don't work. And so all I have to do is click this and it opens up my inbox, my calendar, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Etsy, and 2 different versions of my shared drive. See, they're loading right there. Instantly, just like that. And then I can click here to upload analytics or my earnings on one of my sites, stock images, my posts on one of my sites, featured images. So all you have to do is click them and it puts them immediately up on your page. Very easy, very fast, great little tool. All right. Next tool is called the Clipboard History Tool. Now, I'll be totally honest. I just discovered this today. I've been using another tool, and I just discovered this particular tool today. Basically, what it does is it stores your copy buffer. So every time you copy something, it puts it in a buffer on your computer, and then that's what is there when you paste it. Well, what it does is it stores that and allows you then to paste that copied text wherever you want it to go. So let me just demonstrate this for you by coming up here. So as I said, it's brand new to me, and so I haven't really started using it much. But here I have all the different things that I've pasted in, and I can just click them, and it will paste them wherever I want them to go. So some of them are URLs, so I can click this, and it'll bring up the Delta site. And actually, I'm sorry, what it does is it copies it, and then I can just take it here and paste it, and there we go. So that's how that's working. The other thing it allows you to do is to be able to drop in favorites. So you can put in, like Toby, put in your favorites. And short, you can put in copy that you repeat very frequently. So if you've got a customer service thing that you write or something like that on a frequent basis, you can just copy it and paste it into there. So a great little plugin extension there. All right. So as I said, you can save your favorite web pages as well as a text expander. Next is GoFullPage. So GoFullPage copies everything on a web page and then allows you to be able to download those either as a PNG or a PDF file. So let me go back and show you that. So here we go. This is Copy Full Page. And so all I have to do is click this, And see, it's eating the page. I love the Pac-Man logo. So what it does is it brings up, it has now copied that entire page. Now, why in the world would you ever want to do that? Well, I use this almost every single day for swipe files. So when I see somebody with a great landing page, or I see somebody with a great sales page, or I buy something and I liked the way they structured something, I do this, and then I grab it and I can download it either as a PDF or I can download it as a PNG. And then what I do is I paste that into my swipe file system. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But what I like to do is grab this because it grabs exactly what it looked like. And then my other one grabs the words off that page and puts them in. That way I get the swipe file both as a searchable thing as well as I have exactly what it really looked like. So that's GoFullPage. So next I'm going to show you Webpage Screenshot, which is much like GoFullPage, but it can also copy parts of a web page or all of it and allows you to download them also. So let's do this. Let's go back over here, and I am going to go to that. So here I've got regular or fixed regions, so I can just say, okay, so let me get actually on a web page here. So I'm on Delta, and now I can do a regular screen cap. So what that did is it'll screen cap what I just got, okay? And then I can download, I can, by the way, play with it in different ways, make changes and things, or I can download it here. Then I also have the ability, going back here, to do an auto scroll, which does like the GoFullPage, or a fixed region where I can click this because all I want is a specific region of my page and I can just save that. All right. So let's go next to Save to Notion. So Save to Notion is a cool tool. So I've started using Notion.so, which is a great little program, and it allows me to be able to create freeform databases of whatever, whenever I want to, okay? So let's just imagine, again, that let's say I'm on the Muppets page. Okay, and so what I want to do is I want to store that into my Notion database. So what I'll do here is I'll come and I'll click on Save to Notion, and then I just click Save Page, and now it's there in my Notion database. I've copied that whole page. Now, I also oftentimes will go in and paste in an actual screenshot of the page if I want it to show exactly what's there. So how do I use this? I use this, number one, every time I buy something, I copy the page, the sales page, so that I know what it is, because oftentimes I buy something intending on using it later on down the road and not knowing, but sometimes I forget its name or something like that. So I drop it in there so that I can go search for the function that I bought this thing for, because I know I bought it, and it'll give me the name and I'll be able to do that. Number two, great for swipe files. And it's my secondary swipe file database. I'll show you my primary database in just a second here, which is Clip to Evernote. So basically what it's doing is the exact same thing I just did with Notion, but it's saving pages into Evernote. And I basically combine this with my GoFullPage or my Webpage Screenshot to save the actual. So I use GoFullPage to save exactly what it looked like. And then Evernote gives me a searchable database. Now, I know people will say, oh, Evernote will go into that image and pull all the data. No, it doesn't always do that, right? And so I do it both ways. So let me show you how this works. So here I am on the Disney page again. I click here on Clip to Evernote. It gives me the ability to put it in a whole bunch of different kinds of categories. So let's, hey, I'm going to stick it under weight loss, because who knows? Miss Piggy is always trying to lose weight. And just hit Save Clip, and it goes off and saves that clip. And if I went back to Evernote and looked at it there it would be in my Evernote database. All right. Next is SEO Pro Extension, which quickly gets the SEO data for a page. So let me show you that. So here is the SEO Pro Extension. What this does is it goes and it says, okay, it's designed to basically just pull all the data that it can off of any page that you want it to be. And so it's saying, here's my title, here's the description, here's the URL, here's the canonical URL, which those of you in SEO know what that is. I'll not explain it right now. And here's how fast it loaded, 4 seconds, FID in 14, CLS in 0. It shows me how many of each of the different styles of headers there are, how many links there are, how many images. I can actually look at all those headers. I can see what the status of the site is. The links, I can see it's got 201 total 115 of them are unique, 18 of them are internal, 181 of them are external. I can click on the external links and see exactly what they are. Images, it'll tell me all the different images, and it shows me the alt text for each one of them. It doesn't, this particular one doesn't have any schema, but if there was schema, and then it gives me links off to be able to go to find other pages on that. A highly valuable, strongly recommended anytime. If you're at all interested in making your sites score better, by the way, I just realized I wasn't showing you all that. So here's the overview. Here's the headings, status, links, all showing up there. The images all showing up here, the schema, and then quick links. So it's a great tool. I use it on a regular basis to find out what sites are doing, and it allows me to be able to figure out things from an SEO standpoint. All right, next I'm going to show you a tool called Spark, which gives you other SEO data for a page, oftentimes in ways you can't get from the first one. So I'm going to click on Spark, and what it does is it loads this on the side, and it gives me a bunch of information. Some of it's duplicative. You may want to look at it. You may want to make a choice between the two of them, but I can find out, again, a whole bunch of SEO kind of data on this particular site as a result of using Spark. All right, next we have Keywords Suggest plugin. So what Keywords Suggest plugin does is it does keyword analysis on the fly. It enables you to be able to type in a keyword. It'll give you all the different variations, how many times they're searched, a whole bunch of information. It's a great little program. It is paid, okay? And so it's cheap as all get out. Most people are going to spend probably less than $20 a year using it, but it gives you very quick ability to get to SEO data. Next is the UberSuggest plugin. This does much the same kind of thing. It gives you all kinds of site information, traffic, keywords, backlinks, SEO information. And so let me just show you that real quick. Let's stay on the Disney page here. I'm going to go to UberSuggest. And it's doing this analysis of Muppets.Disney.com. And it says, okay, they got 5,151 keywords they're ranked for. They're probably getting about 143,000 monthly visitors. They've got a domain authority of 93, which means it's really doing well. They got 17 million backlinks. Okay, not bad. Okay, and then here it shows their traffic growing up, their SEO keywords. It shows the top pages by country, top keywords by country. I get keywords by traffic, Muppet, so it's showing all these different elements. It shows me all the backlinks, and that one's probably going to error out because there's a whole bunch of them. And so it's got a bunch of information. There's a free, and then UberSuggest. I actually strongly recommend everyone in the online marketing industry just buy UberSuggest. I strongly recommend you have it and that you use it. All right. And by the way, yes, there are times you get different data from different services. Okay, Social Blade. Social Blade gives you data from YouTube and Twitch videos and channels. So let me demonstrate this. So here I have Social Blade up. So Social Blade runs here, but because it's running there, I get this data. So here I am on this site on how to create a digital marketing plan. It's got a B- grade. If it was monetized, it'd be earning between $65 and $1,000 monthly. It's gotten this channel has gotten 261,000 views over the last 30 days. And then here it's giving me all the keywords that this particular video is ranked. I'm sorry, this is of this particular video, the views in the last 30 days. And then I can click on the actual person's name and the social blend
I started my career in digital marketing.
Thank you. I appreciate you telling me that. But I can get the actually, and I think I've got too many things running because several things are not working right now, but I can get data actually on the site with that particular tool also. So if you're doing anything with YouTube, it's a vital tool for you to use. All right, next is 1Password. 1Password is a great password manager. It's made by Apple, but it goes across all kinds of computers. I'm using a PC. I use it. I like it. I used to use LastPass. They got hacked. I don't like the way they've recovered from this hack. I don't like the way they're keeping secrets from us. I've moved to 1Password. I recommend that you do the same. All right, next is Blurweb. So what Blurweb does is it blurs part of the page so that you can do screen captures and videos with it. So it brings up this. I can do something like this. I can say blur area, and I'm going to blur this text. So let's just imagine you've got some private information like your password or something like that. So I put that in. Now as I work with that screen and I'm screenshotting it or I'm doing a video or whatever, that's going to be blurred out. And so it's a great little tool, makes things a lot faster. You can blur selected text. You can blur, you can switch modes and things like that. And so it's just a really nice tool. It's a little wonky. There's not quite there as strong as I want them to be right now. Actually, I just realized you didn't see all that. So let me do that demo again. So here we go. So blur area, I can blur an area. I can hit apply and see how it's nicely blurred there. And so now I can start screen sharing and people won't be able to see there. And it gives me the ability to do a bunch of other things with that also. Okay. All right. Next, Grammarly. So Grammarly is a tool that makes suggestions to improve your writing to go. So it can correct a lot of your grammar mistakes, your spelling mistakes. And I always thought I was pretty good at this stuff, and I keep finding out all kinds of stuff that I am not all that good at. And how'd you like that grammar of that particular statement? All right. Number 15 is Glimpse. So let me show you what Glimpse does. What it does is adds great data to Google Trends. So let's come back over here and I'm going to click on Glimpse. I'm going to type in a keyword. So let's type in digital marketing. Okay. All right. What Glimpse does is it takes Google Trends and gives you a whole bunch of other capabilities you don't have. So for example, Glimpse makes it so you can export data to Google Sheets. It gives you all the keyword variations for your hints. It gives you the ability to see some of the actual numbers as opposed to just the lines that used to be there. It gives you this topic map showing all the keywords that are related and how big they are. It gives you some information on channels here. So channels that score high indicate the keyword usage on that channel is higher than average. So digital marketing is doing really well on LinkedIn. It's doing, et cetera. And so you can see that kind of data. It's a great tool that you can use. See, I've got 8 out of 10 searches left. I can upgrade for a cost to go beyond that. Recommended. All right, next, Scribe. So Scribe is basically a service that you use to document systems. Let me show you just their page because it's easier to just describe it this way. Basically, what you're doing is you're creating visual step-by-step guides, and you're recording any process through it, making your own guides so that you can use this to hand off to, so you can say, here's how I do this. I go here, I put in the URL and it's filming it. And then it also builds a text version of this so you can build SOPs, documentation, You can use it for all kinds of purposes. I really like this service, and I recommend you consider using it. All right, next is Scraper. So what Scraper does is that it scrapes information from sites so that you can paste it into other locations. Let me show you again just here. So here I've got a table from Wikipedia, and I can use Scraper to scrape it, and then I can paste that into another document or whatever, and it just pasted in columns, in everything the same way. So it's a cool little program that allows you to be able to grab data that you wouldn't be able to grab as easily in other ways. Next, 18, is Video Speed Controller. Basically what this does is it makes it easier to speed up web videos. Let me demonstrate this for you. So I'll go back to this video. So let's take
Marketing
this
8
video.
years ago. And in this
play
tenure,
it.
I have worked with clients like Prime Minister's
play it
Office
on my
Dubai,
TV.
Sky News Arabia.
Okay, so let's do this. So this one, see how I've got this 1.00 up here in the corner? Got to wait for the ad to stop playing. Okay, stop playing ad. Thank you. Okay. And what I can do is I can increase the speed of the video here. So
When
now,
you get your next big idea,
okay.
say
Don't you love it? You go to Grammarly, so now I get a Grammarly ad. Okay, here we go. And so now,
and in this
watch
tenure,
this.
I have worked with clients like Prime Minister's Office Dubai, Sky News Arabia, Nissan Abu Dhabi, Emirates Hospitals, Etisalat, and many, many more.
So
Some of
I'm
these clients have
speeding
an
up the
annual budget.
video. The beauty of this is I can take this. It works whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on other people's sites or sales pages or things like that. If I'm watching somebody's sales page and I'm tired of watching their video, I can increase it up to 2 times, and it goes twice as fast, which I love. Anytime I can make things happen twice as fast. Okay, next is Font Finder. Let me just demonstrate Font Finder to you. So Font Finder allows you to be able to tell what font someone is using in a web page. So I'll just go back to this. I'll click on font. I'll click a piece of text like, hey, I don't recognize that typeface. I wonder what it is. So I come up here. I've blocked it. I click Font Finder, and it allows me to be able to see. Okay, why is it showing me blur? I got to turn off blur, and so okay. I've got too many programs working all in the same time on this. But what it would do is it would show me this is what that font is that's working. I love it. I'm now blurring the entire page. Not quite what I intended to do. Okay, so that's Font Finder. I like it because I can go grab fonts from any page anytime I'm struggling and trying to figure out what someone's doing. Next is Meta Pixel Helper. So let me show you that here. So here, let's go to the Delta site. So here's Meta Pixel Helper. What it shows me is that this particular Delta site has a Facebook pixel on it. And I can click it and actually see what that is. And I can click to copy that. I can see what the events are. I can troubleshoot that pixel. I can view the analytics on it. What this is that this is basically a debugging or troubleshooting tool that, let's say you're running Facebook ads and you're not getting your conversion data. Well, this particular thing will tell you, hey, here's what pixels are being fired on that page, and here's what the data is that are in them. So if you've got a conversion pixel, it'll show you the data that's in it, so you can be able to tell exactly what's happening and figure out what's going on. Next is Tag Assistant Legacy by Google. It does the exact same thing, but instead of doing Meta Facebook pixels, it does Google pixels. So it shows you here's what's being put in by the Delta site. It is firing these pixels as you go along. By the way, see this Google Ads Remarketing tag? So what this means is, as I go around, I'm going to start seeing ads from Delta showing up because it's showing the Google Ads Remarketing tag. All right. So these two, Metapixel Pixel Helper and the Tag Assistant Legacy by Google are both showing you what's happening on your page or somebody else's page, so you can figure out what pixels are actually being fired, so that you can do, it saves you a ton of time in debugging and figure out what's going on. All right, Color Picker. So what Color Picker does is it enables you to click on a color to get its hex code so you can use it in your own work. So let's say, okay, I can see that this is not quite black and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to hover over that. And what it's telling me is, see, right now I'm hovering over this dark blue. And what it shows me is that it is RGB 172343 or hex number 1172B. And so that enables me, and I can literally click on it. Now it's copied it to my clipboard, and I can jump back into whatever my graphics program is and paste that, and it enables me to be able to literally exactly match certain pixels in certain places. I just realized you didn't see that again, so I'll just show you that again. Color Picker. So by hovering over this, it's showing me this is what it is. Now it just copied it. And so I can go to anywhere and notice how the colors are changing as I'm moving my pixels around, so I can exactly match it wherever I am. And it's great for matching websites. It's great for, I've got this graphic I'm doing on my website and I want this other thing to be the exact same color, so they merge together. So I've got an image on top of a background. I want it to look like it's all one image. I'd simply use this tool to do that. All right, we're almost done. We got 24. Here's this one, Emmet Review. What this does is, I've got the old description, so that's not the right description. So what Emmet Review does is that it shows the page depending on how other people are going to see it. So I click this and it shows me, right now I got the device wall. I got too many things going on. So let's look at the Muppet one here and let's see if it'll do it with Muppets. There we go. So it's showing me, here's what this thing look like on an Apple iPhone 3GS, on an Apple iPhone 4. Here we are with the Apple iPhone 6 Plus, and you can go through and you can see all the different sizes and exactly what's showing up. Now, why in the world would you ever use this? Well, number one, hey, is my opt-in button on my opt-in form above the fold? Well, apparently with these two, it's not. It's just starting to show. Oh, here it is. So for the Apple iPhone 6, it starts showing up on the fold. And so you can see all that. You can also see where the breakpoints are as you go through. So you're seeing exactly what's really happening without actually having to own 52 different versions of phones to be able to tell what's showing up on what device. And now that, hey, 60 to 80% of all web browsing is being done on a cell phone, you need to know this data as to what's going on. And then let's close off with Loom, just for the fun of it. So Loom enables me to quickly create and share screencast videos. So let's go and just look at how this works. You've all seen Loom videos. And so I can just click this and it loads it up and it says, okay, what do you want to capture? And okay, I want to capture my default microphone and my camera from OBS. I click start recording, it records it, and there it is. It's all done. All right, there you go. Quick and easy, a whole bunch of great information for you. So you should know there are around 200,000 Chrome extensions out there. My question for you, love to have this in the comments. Two questions, actually. Number one, which ones do you use that I maybe haven't discovered, I'm not using? Probably I've used them in the past and have replaced them with something else or something like that. I'd love to have you put that in the comments. Number two, how was this? Did you find this valuable? Did you get good information? Which of these are you going to ask? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.